always wondered to myself, is there something that helps the entrepreneurs that succeed that they have, which other entrepreneurs don't? Is it something they know? Is it how they run their businesses? Is it the people they hire? Is it where they went to school? Is it their socialization, their background, their education, their mental spaces? What is it that makes the entrepreneur succeed? Welcome to my masterclasses, where I share with you everything you need to know about how to become a high-growth, high-scale entrepreneur. I'm joined by guests. We break down the myths, the ideas, the lids, the legends, everything you need to know to become a high-growth entrepreneur. Warning, this is the High Performance Zone.
Yeah, the first thing I was actually going to ask you is around the economics of your business, duration to make, as well as retail cost, right? Because you're doing the work, you're the input. So the theory of constraint is that the theory of constraint around your business is that you can't multiply yourself. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to think really hard about that. Wow, we're going back to 1980s now. I wonder if you shouldn't be investing in some sort of technology that would do the paintings for you, that would probably multiply some of your time. Unless, as I get the sense that that you're genuinely passionate about painting.
Yeah.
Okay, well then you want to do it yourself, but then you're in a long haul game, bud.
Yeah, that's what I also feel. Because like people like, I don't know if you know Andy Warhol. He was like one of the famous painters.
Yeah.
He got like a factory of painters to do the work for.
Yeah.
And like I think that could be a future, but for first I just want to sell and then employ more people when I really get.
What's your play? How long are you in this for?
Alright, Jesus sounds there. I'm scared of saying this my whole life.
How old are you now?
25.
Married?
Unmarried.
Kids?
None.
That you know about? That's fair. Yeah, look, I would, sure, Johan, I don't want to be presumptuous as to your life, but I would 10-year it, bud. I would 10-year it. I'd peg it at 35, and I'd go, next 10 years, podium time.
Okay.
And I'm going to do as much work as I can for as many people as I can, because then I'm going to get to hone my craft, which is really important. And I'm going to get a level of demand in the market where people know that this is what I do. The great thing about the position you're in, which excites me, is that you've already picked an area to specialize in. So you're not just a painter, but you know what you paint and you know for what purpose. So I think the one part of your business is what's my game plan? How long am I going to spend in the game?
Yeah.
And how do I hone the craft?
Yes.
Here's the second part of your business, which I think is the really exciting part, is branding and marketing, right? So in your mind, you've got to start thinking about, how do I make sure that the customer who's going to buy what I need can afford what I want? And also, how do I make sure that they know I exist? The second part of the question is much harder, just raising basic awareness. And what you might want to think about here is going to art galleries and maybe thinking about a sort of partnership or relationship with art galleries where they allow you to exhibit one or two of your works. That's one way to do it. It probably is less effective than the second one I'm going to suggest. And guys, I'm doing this on the fly. But the second one I would suggest is I would find 3 to 5 high net worth individuals, what we call HNWIs, and I would offer my services to them in exchange for a portfolio. So, dear Mandla, right, I know that you are somebody who loves his dog because I've seen it on your Instagram profile or whatever. What would you say about me doing a portrait of you and your dog together, right? And make it a massive canvas, but I'm talking like wall frame canvas.
Yes,
exactly, right? There you go. So you're already doing it. And then what I would do is once I've collected the work, you're going to give it to them and gift it to them. Nobody hangs a painting in the garage, especially one of themselves. Yeah. So the first thing they're going to do is they're going to put it in the most prominent spot in their house. Then every person that walks in is going to go, that's beautiful. How did you get that? And what you know is eagles fly with eagles. High net worth individuals keep company with high net worth individuals. And that's going to create for you the waterfall. You get the customers to keep coming in. Yeah? The third bit, this is going to be the tricky bit. Take this because this is advice that's going to make you real money. Okay. Who takes your phone calls at the moment?
I do myself.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Do you have an aunt who doesn't work, or like a granny who's retired, or a cousin who's out of jail or something.
I have friends who could maybe help me.
Right, so here's what you got to do.
Yeah.
This is so important, guys, listen to this. So the first illusion you create in market is you got to distort supply and demand dynamics. So what you got to do is you got to figure out a way of making sure that you're not available even if you are. Yeah, so here's what you do. So you get a phone with a number, you give it to an aunt, a grandmother. Hello, you've reached your aunt's studios. Okay, that's all you're looking for. And when people phone, they've got to reach that person. And then what you do is you save the voicemail on the phone as a voicemail on the company phone. Hello, you've reached Johan Studios. I'm currently on assignment. I'm unable to take your call for the next 48 hours. Please leave a message. You've got to create the illusion of demand. You could be at home watching Teletubbies. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, okay? But then they're going to phone, and they're going to leave a phone. They're going to leave a voice message. Then you've got to get a person to communicate on your behalf. Never, ever put yourself as the person selling the product. Anyone here ever met Daimler when you bought a Mercedes? Yeah, because he didn't sell the cars himself. Anybody here met Henry Ford when they bought a Ford? How many of you here phoned Bill Gates when you bought a Microsoft product? Yeah? Yeah. Always create a distance between yourself and the customer. Make sense?
Okay, so just a very cheap trick I can do, I can just make my own voicemail like that.
I did that for many years, by the way.
Yes, and then maybe like a day or two later, I'm like, hey, thank you for reaching out to me. I was very hectic.
You got it. He's got it. But remember this, never being involved in the price discussion yourselves. You don't want to be involved in the price discussion yourself. So the next thing I would do is set a price, bud. This is the price. Guys, when you set a price, be honest to the price. Eh? Don't shift, don't move. You're not saying, acha, this thing is not negotiable. Set the price. This is the price of my work. It's the value of my time. And then you get the person who phones on your behalf to talk to the customer about the value of the work. This is not about price. Okay? Because then, so you'll remove yourself from the process. While you're in the process, you create the illusion of demand. You supply the stuff to high net worth individuals who'll network it with other high net worth individuals. And I promise you now, in 10 years' time, you and I are going to have a very different conversation. And whatever happens, I just want 10%.